So I had these weird sounds, like gnawing sounds, I thought it was like underneath the bed, and then I thought it was underneath the cupboard, and if they came on um when I turned my light off. So, but I checked underneath the bed, and there's nothing there. And I checked around the cupboard. There could be something around the cupboard because there's a lot of stuff around it, but I didn't see anything. So I was gonna turn off the light again because it is pretty early in the morning and I have to get some sleep. So I just get a drink. Actually, I dropped that drink. I have to wash it every time I drop it because there's mice and stuff around generally. This drink bottle's the better drink bottle, but I don't always like to drink out of metal because I've got a sensitive stomach, and sometimes it upsets my stomach for some reason. It makes me feel distressed. So I was gonna turn off my light and see if any sounds come back. Because they generally come when I turn the light off, and I'm like, what on earth is all this about? But I was gonna say, I keep having this memory of when I first went to a dinosaur show. And it was when I was kind of young. I was sort of late teens, or whatever, maybe early 20s, I don't know, but it was after I was 18. And anyway, it was pretty scary actually, because I think one of the first things a dinosaur did was attack the person on the ground who was supposed to be conducting the show. So they totally tossed them in the air over to the other side of the stadium. And I think they fell on the ground, and it was like they were unconscious. And then the dinosaur looked at the crowd and then, started leaning towards the cloud. It didn't really need to step too far because it's so big. It generally, fills up the whole stadium pretty much. But anyway, it ended up coming near me, and where we were sitting. It wasn't directly at me at first, but then, it sort of like got really close, and, I sort of waved at it, and I think my parents said, "Oh, touch it," because it was literally like right in front of me. And so I guess I touched it, and then it sort of, started to roar like that dinosaur roar that was in like Jurassic Park. And then it actually started to attack us because I don't remember it exactly, but I remember like I remember it sort of leaning forward and trying to take a bite, and I had to duck. And then, it's somewhere along the line it licked my face, which was kind of sticky. It was a clean, it's robot, so it was a clean, saliva, but it ended up licking me, and I literally got it like all over my face. And I think my parent, who obviously bought the tickets to take me there, I think they ended up getting like rubbing it on their skin or something, because it was on my skin, on my face and stuff, and they're like, thinking it's like a healing balm or something. But anyway, the dinosaur kept on attacking, and I just remember I had to sink lower and lower to get away from its mouth, because it actually snaps its jaws when it's like gets close to you. So, and I was like pushing it away because it was trying to like bite my head at one stage, and I had to push it away, and it ended up being like full on the ground on my back in the aisle, and it was like towering over me, like coming down on top of me. And you know how Jurassic Park, they have that window scene in the car where the kids are in the back, and the dinosaur smashes down and attacks them, and it's like they've only got a piece of glass in between them. Well, it's exactly like that, except this case didn't actually have the glass there. And so, I was literally like pushing it away, like I was pushing away with my arms, and and then, other people started to push it away, and one person, they actually punched it in the face, like a total left jab, um uppercut sort of thing. And then the dinosaur actually bit the person's arm, and the dinosaur's teeth went into their forearm. And of course there was a bit of blood and stuff, and I sort of crawled off, crawled further away, and I ended up racing to the back. And I think the doors were locked, and we were like knocking on it, and saying we want to go out and stuff. And you know the guy who had been bitten raced to the back with their family and stuff. And anyway, we ended up getting let out. And right away, I went off to the bathroom to wash the goo off my face and stuff, because it had licked my face. And the guy was needing, obviously, some sort of medical assistance. And then we met this guy who had a dinosaur that hadn't been put together in the hallway. And he was saying to the other fellow, there's no medical on board, they'll have to go outside, or something, call an ambulance or whatever. Um, but yeah, and then we had people were coming around talking, and it's they were sort of saying, oh, who attacked the oh, and I think sometime we called the police too, when we were in the stadium. But anyway, the people around said, oh, who did the dinosaur attack first? And then they looked at me and it's like, oh, it's that one over there, like that girl over there. And and then we were sort of coaxed to go back in, right? And we did. And then the dinosaur jumped on the crowd,